But Pimp C, he don't got one bead of sweat nowhere on his body, and he got a full fur coat. He might have a hoodie underneath too, you know. He might have 2 fur coats on. But we like, damn, you got a window unit in the back of that or something? Because you ain't sweating at all.
You ain't sweating at all.
And Pimp C come over there and say, yeah, man, y'all all on that square shit. Man, y'all over there talking about hoes falling in love with strippers, man. I ain't on that, man. I'm on that pimp shit. And he sure was on his verse. You know, we fall in love with strippers. And he was like, nah, y'all falling in love with my strippers.
P.I.M.P. Tricking ain't in my pedigree. Everything ain't about no square love.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
You know, like even the screw music, all that stuff. Yeah. People just trying to, you know, this internet thing we got ridiculous too.
Some of it when it comes to the drink, we don't stand with our chest out on it because people making money off of this. People really sipping and drinking this. And if we really tell it all, then the whole industry of drink, you know, is gonna be exposed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we in Texas don't really like speak on a lot of that. We like, yeah, let them think they invented it over there. Let them think they invented it over there. You know, whatever. But it's like it got to the point where they really sometimes trying to erase the, you know, look, like I say, I didn't invent this. Mm-hmm. Even when we had our major deal and we out there doing our deal, some of them interviews, they didn't know about screw music. They would act like we invented that.
Yes, for real.
I love the opportunity to tell you, no. Let me tell you about DJ Screw.
That's it.
Let me tell you about Big Mo and Fat Pat and Lil Kiki and these other people. This is where it come from. You know, even when it comes to the cars, let me tell you about Corey Blunt.
Come on,
Let me tell you about these people. So I love when I'm in these interviews and they think that I invented grills or something. Nah, the grill's been around thousands of years they've been around. You know, I definitely didn't invent
I gotta stop you though, because you said a buzzword. You don't let nobody come on my show and say Pimp C without stopping the whole show. But you came in at a time where I couldn't really. I'm gonna let you finish, like Kanye say. Yeah. You know, I could even go into your Kanye song or any of that. But when you say Pimp, I'm probably one of the coldest dude at this Pimp C thing. More than anything else I do, I rep Pimp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know that you had, you know, I know you did that remix with T-Pain. You know, I seen that. You know,
in the bands we scratching out for love at first sight. When I seen that shaking,
you know what I'm saying? You came in. You know, y'all was doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I just really want to know, like for you, like when it comes to Pimp and just what you seen in him standing on Texas. You talking about standing on something. Yeah. I never seen nobody else stand on it and represent it. Like if this would have happened with this dude talking about, what you think Pimp would have said about that, man? Get off, come on now.
That's what goes through my mind when I think about how do I feel about this? Well, what would Pimp C say? Well, he's not here, but I feel like this is what he say. Well, let me say it in a Paul Wall way.
Yeah, in your way.
You know
that's right.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, that's how I write my raps. What would Lil Kiki say right here? All right, let me say this in a Paul Wall way. Every rap I ever wrote in my life.
That's hard.
Every rap I ever wrote in my life.
Man, I love it,
so
man.
If you hear Swinging in the Rain and you say, man, he sound like Lil Kiki a little bit.
I can write a book on how to work the wheel. Candy watermelon with the bumper grip.
Thank you. Mission accomplished.
That's what you were trying to do.
Mission accomplished.
That's hard. I love that,
or
man.
E-Zone. But yeah, Pimp C, man. It's also interesting, man. You know, like you see people get a slab, and then you know they get emboldened by their first slab, and they think they the first person to ever ride a slab. You hear it in the music, you hear them in the interviews, you see a person get a grill. And they act like they're the first person to ever get a grill.
That's real.
You see somebody, you know, sipping drink a lot and making music, walking around with a cup a lot. They act like they the first person to ever sip drink, and they created it. And this is something I noticed.
Yeah.
Pimp C also carries that same aura of anybody who ever knew Pimp C, they all feel like they were the only ones who knew Pimp C. And it was like, you know, different eras of Pimp C. You might have knew him from this year to this year. And then he moved and somebody else knew him from this year to this year. And then somebody else was his engineer from this year to this year. Somebody else was his drink man from this year to this year. Somebody else was whatever, you know what I'm saying?
That's
but
real.
It always be interesting now that, you know, he's passed away, you hear stories and people.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I get them all.
Yeah.
I think if you even was in the room with him at the airport and he said whatever, what did he say?
Yeah.
You know, I'll be on it like that.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like that keeps the name alive. I know sometimes it gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because some stuff that came out on my show and I'll be like, what? We didn't even say that.
Yeah.
They taking it, they just turn off the internet.
You might have to give some people a drug test before they come in here. Like, so, I don't know. He was on something, man.
Yeah. But how was it even doing that with T-Pain? Them like on I'm in Love with a Stripper.
That one was
that remix
amazing, man. You know, because this, you know, we did the Chunk Up the Deuce.
I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, representing till I'm dead. Pimpin' almost died.
Yeah, that's another one. That was another. I got that one wrote down, but I was like,
that In Love with a Stripper. I'll never forget the video shoot. We're in Miami. It's, you know, 120 degrees, you know, in the summer. And here come Pimp C with this fur coat. I got on whatever I'm wearing, you can see in the video, and I'm sweating like a hoe in church. But Pimp C, he don't got one bead of sweat nowhere on his body, and he got a full fur coat. He might have a hoodie underneath too, you know. He might have 2 fur coats on. But we like, damn, you got a window unit in the back of that or something? Because you ain't sweating at all.
You ain't sweating at all.
And Pimp C come over there and said, yeah, man, y'all all on that square shit. Man, y'all over there talking about hoe fall in love with strippers, man. I ain't on that, man. I'm on that pimp shit. And he sure was on his verse. You know, we fall in love with a stripper. And he was like, nah, y'all falling in love with my strippers.
I-M-P, trickin' ain't in my pedigree. Everything about no square look.
Yeah. And Pimp C too, man, Power Out write me when I was in jail. He was on that square shit, man. That's my dog, though.
Man, I write people in prison, right?
Yeah.
That's one of my things I do. I write everybody because I've been through some stuff. But the thing is, man, like when you think about like you, even that Chunk Up the Deuce and just Pimp and you and then when you think about Bun, they different, but everything need to be there.
From the land of grain, drinking pain, 84s in the corner grill. This Texas, baby.
It's the same like you and Camille. It's crazy, bro.
We watching the In Love with the Stripper video the other day, and like R. Kelly come on like right after me, and all my kids was like, "What? How you know him? How you doing? What?"
When you see Bun and Pimp and that combination and how that was, you know, I know you and Camille did y'all thing. Like, what did you think about their combination of being together early on when you was coming into music?
For sure, I saw the correlation of myself and Chamillionaire, and it was a duo. There was a little bit of a yin and yang. Me and Chamillionaire aren't Bun and Pimp, you know.
Of course.
But, you know, you could see that Bun was a different person than Pimp, and Paul is a different person than Cam.
That's right.
You know, so I see some of these correlations, and you know, even in some of the, you know, when you're working stuff out, you're working through it. Sometimes there's differences of opinion, and you could both be right.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
Know? So I learned that as well. You know, just in watching them, also just in the inspiration of them holding it down for Texas, and them represent. You know, coming from Houston. But being born in Georgetown outside of Austin, my grandparents lived in Austin. So going to visit my grandparents every holiday, you know what I'm saying, or wherever, you know what I'm saying, often going to visit, because I had a very, very, very small family. So, you know, you get to appreciate different country towns or smaller cities. Also coming from the north side and the Swisher House, we were the stepchilds of Houston. It was, you know, Rap A Lot and Screwed Up Click, and then there was, you know, us, where if you weren't from the north side, you wouldn't jam in Swisher House, and even people on the north side was a little critical of us, you know, coming out.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.